of the club. That's what I said. I said, boy, I said, there's always speed coming club. Of the Kent Coast Locomotive Group based at Sellindge. Just taking delivery today of yet another austerity class locomotive, this one built by Hunslet in 1943 for wartime use, number 3180, named Antwerp as a tribute to its time spent in Belgium during the Second World War as part of reparations and making good for the Belgian locomotive fleet, which at that time didn't exist anymore.
But it also worked in Britain, didn't it? It worked part of the coal
network.
Yeah,
in 1947 it came out of its wartime service and went to work for one of the private coal mines, and then that nationalisation became part of the NCB locomotive fleet. Some of these engines were sold on to the mainline railway and used for shunting on British railways. Others were retained by the Army and were with the Army at their various railway sites until they were generally disbanded up generally in the early 1960s.
And what are the plans for this locomotive?
Well, this particular loco we've acquired specifically for use on the Remembrance Line in Folkestone. It certainly will be available for hire to them should things go well and it becomes a community railway.
And how long will it take to restore?
We hope it'll take between 4 and 5 years. We've taken a lot longer with other locos projects previously, but we think that with the experience we've gained, we can do it a bit quicker now. This loco actually belongs to the National Coal Mining Museum, and it's part of their vast collection. They inherited a lot of the equipment left over after denationalisation. The coal mines actually been generally shut down across the country.
What sort of state is it in? Have you had a chance to have a look at it?
It's pretty bad actually, as they go, but certainly not insurmountable. It'll probably look a big hole in £100,000 to put it right. It needs extensive repairs to the boiler, and the motion work will need severely reconditioning.
But when it's all done, it'll go, will it?
Oh yes, it'll certainly be a runner. They're a powerful, robust, very simple engine to maintain and to operate.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Oh, as I say, it's surprising it's a digital.
Lift the coal out.
Right.
You can see the fire grate in there. See the fire bars. You can see through to. That's where the fire sits on a grate, like in your old fireplace.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reverser. This is the regulator, like accelerator on the car. We don't actually have gears. You just reverse the valve mechanism on the engine, and that enables it to change direction.
So what sort of crew would you have? A driver and a fireman?
Driver and a fireman, that's right, yeah. Obviously have to have two on, one to really manage the boiler. I mean, a fireman is all about boiler management. Also he has to keep a good lookout when he can, and help the driver with signals, of course. But it's all about balancing your fire, the steam pressure and the water level of the boiler. Unfortunately the gauge frames are missing, which should be a glass here, which gives you the water level of the boiler, the two of them.
How often does the boiler need refuelling?
Depends entirely on what you're doing and where you're doing it. Depends on the output. If you're on a heavy train, then it'll use more coal and more water. But the art of firing is to balance those three things: steam pressure, water level, and fire, and know exactly how much coal to put on, and know when to put water in the boiler. Because if you put water in the boiler, it has a cooling effect, so it reduces steam pressure. So you have to take all these things into account.
That's good. That's good.
It's doing my handbag.
I was hoping to say that.